because like those dragons are named after the three goddesses of Hyrule. I think Din Nehru, Lin Nehru, Din, and Faror.
Yeah.
Din Nehru and Lanru. One of them. I swore one of them started with an L. I can't be sure, but I know because like the three goddesses of Hyrule in Ocarina of Time are called Din, Faror, and Nehru. So I don't know. Could just be thinking of something else. But okay, so we have actually right here. You can see we have all the Triforce pieces now. So now we possess the Cool Ranch Dorito, and we can move on to the final dungeon of the game, which is at, fittingly, Death Mountain. Death Mountain's in this game. Comparing it to the Death Mountain of Breath of the Wild, definitely not as intimidating, because this is it. This is literally what it looks like, and it looks almost no different from, you know, the other rocky ground areas we've been through. And apparently, you know what these guys are?
They look like centaurs.
Well, what kind of enemy is in Breath of the Wild like that?
Lionel.
Yep, these are the Lionels in this game. But interestingly, doesn't take that much to kill them.
Yeah.
God, Lionels were a freaking nightmare.
It's like a flurry attack.
It was
So
crazy. Okay, so here we are, and actually listen to this music here, because this is Ganon's dungeon.
it's very menacing.
I must say it does give off the right intimidating feel to it, which, you know, is the point. Because, you know, this is the final dungeon. And, likewise, it is a freaking nightmare to travel through, because it is the largest dungeon in the game. It is filled with tons of dead ends and has some very strong enemies. It's got blue dark nuts, blue Riz robes, likes everywhere. That's what these giant cake-looking monsters are called. It's like. Are you serious? Try saying that 3 times fast. Like, la 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 la. No. So yeah, I did some practice runs before this, and I'm very positive I know where I have to go, because I know I have to go down here, bomb this wall, these little Hershey's Kisses enemies right here, and then I gotta bomb. Oh, nope, this thing. Oh, no. Just by looking at that, that is kind of terrifying. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. I mean...
Maybe a bee.
I mean, maybe? It's blue. Weird. Okay, look how big this place is.
Oh wow, it's a skull. It's
Oh.
very cliche.
Ooh, scary. Castle Grayskull, anybody? Dr. Wily's Fortress? Hello?
These old like older games, like 8-bit, 16-bit, whatever this is.
It's 8-bit.
Yeah. All their music has a very repetitive style. It's like, I'm sure it's just like the sound of it at the time, but it sounds like there's like so many fifths and like perfect harmonies.
Mm-hmm.
It's being a music nerd. It's not repetitive. It's just, I like being able to appreciate and like see patterns in music.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I really like about
I just love
being in music.
I just love chiptune music in general.
Yeah.
Cause like it's crazy. Cause like I think I said this in one of our last playthroughs. All the music is only on 5 channels, unless we're talking about the music extension chips, like the BRC6 sound chip. But the music in NES games, or the sound, is only on 5 channels. It's 2 pulse waves, a bass, a noise, and a DPCM channel. I assume you know the pulse and the bass and the noise channel. You know, those are self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But interestingly, do you know what the DPCM channel is?
No.
That allows you to record real-time sound effects. And it's crazy, because like, it was actually in Mario Bros. 3, screw this guy. Get one last stab in there. It was for the bongo sound effects. You remember the bongo sounds, like the ba-dum dum do da da do da da ba-dum dum. You know, that was what it was for, because those were actual bongos they used. And, you know, it's pretty cool. You know, like very limited, I should say, but you know, extremely impressive. You know, considering how old the hardware is, and I really appreciate stuff like that. And I just realized I'm literally about to die, so but you know, hopefully I'm able to get through this section relatively okay. Now, if I recall, I believe you have to go in here. Nope, 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 nope. Get back, nope, nope. See, this enemy is dangerous. I don't really know what... Well, we know... I mean, we think it's a bee, but, like, I really don't know what it's called. But, yeah, it can be pretty scary because of those patterns. Kind of like a mini-boss, in a sense. Oh, no. Dying to a keys would be embarrassing. I'm dying to a thing that sounds like a freaking key. But, you know, that magical key's been pretty helpful to us so far, but, you know, just to be safe, I'm going to use my last blue potion here. Because I'm going to need all of that life I can get, because Wizrobes, not a fan. Not a fan of them at all. Wait, actually, I wonder if this will be helpful. Nope, it is not. Oh, Lord. And these bubble enemies don't help either. They get rid of your sword for a few seconds, so great. Oh no, and now they're just bouncing me around like a freaking ragdoll. How would you fare against this if you tried again? Like, with the guides that you have right here, what would be your biggest obstacle, really? I feel like it'd be the controls.
Yeah, controls. That's 90% of my obstacle with older games.
Which is weird, though, because, like, you know, it's only 4 directions and 2 buttons.
It's because I'm used to omnidirectional movement, where I can move, like, diagonally and do multiple inputs at once.
I mean, some of these games let you move diagonally, I recall.
Yeah, but I don't know. Something about older games, controls always mess me up.
Yeah, that's to be expected with these. Okay, so the 2 items we need for this dungeon, well, actually, we only need one of them, and it's this right here. It's the silver arrow, and it's required in order to beat Ganon, because if you don't have it and you didn't get it, you're soft-locked.
Kind of like a silver bullet for a werewolf.
I mean, that's kind of... I think that's what they were going for. Didn't really consider that, but it's kind of weird that that's... When people were making werewolves, it's interesting how that was the thing they chose to be the thing to kill werewolves.
Yeah.
Just, why a silver bullet? I don't
Maybe
know.
because silver was, like, really valuable and desired at the time. I don't know.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, it's not as weird as, you know, garlic and vampires.
One thing I do really like about old games is I love seeing how the soundtrack evolves over time. Like, you can see the different, like... Oh, dang, I lost what I was going to say. I know what I was going to say, I can't think of how I was going to phrase it. But you can see the way different trends in music evolved over the years with the soundtracks of games. Like, it's chiptune right now, and like as it gets more advanced.
It gets more real with more sound channels.
It gets more advanced. It gets more like...
Because like with the Super Nintendo, they had, I believe, 8 or 10 sound channels. And they could do a whole lot more. Like, if you listen to the music of Final Fantasy VI, specifically Dancing Mad, that track is a literal miracle in terms of being on a Super Nintendo, and they were able to make that. Nobuo Uematsu is a musical genius when it comes to making game music. That guy is a freaking genius. There's a few other composers, like Kondo, I've mentioned him numerous times. David Wise, have you heard of him?
I don't think I have.
He's composed the soundtrack for Donkey Kong Country. And I think that's pretty good. And I think there was the guy, I forget his name. I think it was Jet Kid, or Jet the Kid, or I don't... He made the music for Batman and Robin on Genesis, but then he also went to do, like, the Borderlands music. Which is crazy to think, like, you know, these guys are still getting work in the music industry all these years on video games, which is great. Now, without further ado, let's get this final boss done and done with. Do you want to see what Ganon looks like?
Yeah. Oh.
What is he?
It's like a hog.
He's just a piggy. Little piggy, oink oink. This little piggy went to the grave, so I'm gonna stab his glutes in. He stands around in the same different spots. You just have to keep kind of slicing in the same direction. I think because, like, you know, I gotta be careful, really, because, like, you know, he can run. You can run into him a little bit. You just gotta be careful. Kind of a underwhelming final boss,
yeah.
Kinda. But, you know, get the final shot in there, and then boom.
What happens if you don't get the arrow?
You're soft locked.
Like, you're just stuck in there?
Yep, you're stuck there. And unless you save your progress beforehand, you gotta reset the game.
That's
and
crazy.
I know, it's weird. But, you know, taking his sweet chili Dorito, here's another more embarrassing thing here. So you see that? I'm not gonna actually... That would be so embarrassing if you died in this room and she's literally right there. Because here's the thing. We beat the game. We just beat the game. That's Zelda right there. And, you know, thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule. Yeah, no problem, princess. Hey, excuse me, princess. Seen that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, but that's Legend of Zelda. That's the first game of the series. Kind of a anticlimactic ending, I know. But considering, you know, there's the second quest, but we're not doing that because the only difference is, like, the ending text says, "Thank you for playing, see you in Zelda 2. And that's pretty much it. So, I mean, I guess, you know, we can give our final thoughts now. So, your final thoughts?
Well...
I know it's a lot, but, you know, just take your time.
The game is a... If you're the type of person who likes exploring a lot before you actually, like, start playing the game, or you like playing the game, exploring while you're playing the game, this is the game for you.
I mean...
I personally like... I like playing the game and exploring while I'm exploring and getting better stuff as I play through the game. But I'm also the type of person who likes, before I play the game, getting everything I can, and then playing the game, making it easier. But you can do either one with this game, and I really like that.
Well, I mean, that's true, but the problem I have really with this game, I'll just get the negatives out of the way, in my opinion. If you're not using a guide, the game really is extremely cryptic, and you won't know where to go, and you'll just be running around a lot, and at that point, you're not really having fun. I get that a main point of it is to explore and find it yourself, but, you know, we got better things to do instead of just running around for like hours before finding stuff. So I feel like if you have a guide, it's a fun few hours to just see where the first game in the series started. But in my opinion, there are a lot better games to play. And this may be a controversial take, but I actually find the next Zelda game after this more interesting. Which may be a hot take to some, but, you know, I'll go ahead and say it. Zelda 2 can be a little more fulfilling for me personally. I don't know if that's just because I played this first game so much, and I don't know if I'm, like, tired of it, or, like, I've only beaten the second game, like, one time. But I don't know, I just feel like, you know, the game isn't bad, I should stress that. It is fun. It can be fun. Because, like, you know, we had fun playing this and everything, so... I don't know, it's just, there's much better games to play. If you want to play a game that's like this, but doesn't have all the bullcrap in it, play Link to the Past. That is a lot better, and I will be very happy when we eventually get to that someday. But as of now, that's the end of the Legend of Zelda. playthrough, and just for craps and giggles, that is your victory screen right there. And interestingly, if you want to skip to the second quest, you can input your name as Zelda, which is interesting. And yes, for my review, I did record the footage with Javert right here. You know what that's from? It's from that meme. It's from Les Mis, I believe it's from. I don't know. That aside, you know, this was fun to play through, but that's the end of this Zelda chapter. One door closes and another one opens to Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. But until that day comes, I have been Cade Wade.
And I've been Mystery.
And thank you for watching.